All right, guys, before we go to break, I want to take a moment to celebrate the life and mourn the passing of Jerry Sloan, who died this morning at the age of 78 after a battle with Parkinson's disease and dementia. You know, in a league that often values style, Jerry Sloan, he was the substance. He was consistent. He was straightforward. And he was simply damn good at basketball. First as a player with the Bulls, Sloan was a rock. He was a first-team All-Defense 4 times. He was an All-Star twice. And when he retired after an 11-year career, he was the first to have his number retired by the Bulls. It's as a coach, though, that most of today's fans remember him best. For 23 years, come rain or shine, rebuilding or playoff runs, Jerry Sloan was there. He and Greg Popovich are the only coaches to win more than 1,000 games with just one team. And oh, what games they so often were. Sloan was elected to the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame in 2009. And here's our Shelley Smith with more on a man we won't soon forget.
While many will connect Hall of Fame basketball coach Jerry Sloan with the Utah Jazz, the coach always considered himself a farmer first and applied that same work ethic throughout his career. After winning 2 Division II titles at the University of Evansville, the Baltimore Bullets selected him 4th overall in the 1965 draft. Joining the expansion team in Chicago in 1966, Sloan became a guard known for his tenacious defense that scored more than 10,000 points with the Bulls in 10 seasons.
Sloan tries to knock it away. Beard, good field goal shooter, not this time, and again it is Sloan on those boards. One of the most aggressive rebounding guards in the NBA.
He retired in 1976, and a few months later, he returned to Evansville as a head coach, but resigned after 5 days, citing personal reasons. 8 months later, the team's plane crashed after takeoff, killing all aboard. In 1979, he earned his first head coaching job, taking over the Bulls. Sloan coached Chicago to the playoffs in his second season, but was dismissed after a slow start in his third year. In 1985, he headed west to Utah as Frank Layden's assistant. 4 years later, he took over mid-season as head coach. Sloan would produce 16 straight winning seasons, 15 straight playoff appearances, and helped make the combination of Karl Malone and John Stockton into one of the NBA's most potent scoring duos.
He scores! Stockton to Malone!
The Jazz won the Western Conference titles in 1997 and 1998, but ran into the buzzsaw that was Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Everybody likes to win one, but to come and compete after losing the first one and come back and compete for the next one, to me is one of the most rewarding things you can do, even though we didn't win.
He won 1,223 regular season and playoff games over 23 seasons with the Jazz, and finally called it quits in 2011 amid reports of personality issues with Darren Williams, a charge both of whom downplayed. Through it all, he kept his dry sense of humor, collected an array of tractors and antiques. He also attended as many Jazz games as he could, always greeting fans with interest and charm.
From my beginning in McLeansboro, the game of basketball has introduced me to opportunities and life experiences I never dreamed. I love this game and will always be grateful for what it has given me.